Hey, what's up, guys? Yesterday was a perfect day. We went 7-0. I'm going to show you guys two teams that I really like today. First, let me just go live on Instagram, and then we can start. So 7-0 day, perfect day. Let me show you the receipts for that, and then, like I said, I'm going to hook you guys up with two plays that I really like in baseball. So this was what happened yesterday. The Tigers, I had them to start. I shared this on the VIP yesterday. I actually also gave this away on the free picks. So if you haven't done so, make sure you go to the link in the description, click on free picks. But anyways, when I saw that they were down, I actually got them live, the Tigers, and I was able to get amazing odds out of a plus 474. So you can see that hit. I gave this one away yesterday on my free plan, like I mentioned, the Cubs and the Tigers. So make sure you check that out on the link in the description under free picks. So this one I gave away yesterday. That hit. Then I took the Cubs straight up. They demolished them 11-0. And the Tigers, that they came through for us. They were actually losing the game, but they came through. I had Bo Bichette as well, and the Blue Jays straight up. And then we also had this guy. You could see I only got paid out for one leg right here. The other one was canceled, but it was still a win. Overall, 7-0 day, perfect day. It was a good day. So I'm going to show you. I already just showed you all the receipts, and I'm gonna hook you guys up with two plays that I really like. What's up, Bob? Let me show you the two plays that I really like. Now, how do we do this real quick? Let me just explain. Make sure I have two batter props that I'm gonna hook you up with, but those are going to be inside the YouTube short that we're editing right now. But go to the link in the description. Make sure you get the free picks right here. And if you want the tool that I'm about to show you, it's called the Sharp Edge. So you would get this right in your email. It looks just like this. So basically it's a big breakdown of all the games and all the stuff here. So a wild pitch allowed the Tigers to win. They were right about to lose. Yeah, I know. I saw that. That's why I was able to get amazing odds at the bottom of the or top of the ninth. So it was crazy. I didn't watch the game, but I saw that they came back like 7-2 or something like that. Anyway, here we go. The Rockies versus the Red Sox. Red Sox, the line open at 213, and now it's all the way up to 235. I know that's a little bit hard to see, but you can see all the green right here. It's all the way on the Red Sox side. Let me show you that. 213 to 235. So there's a lot of money coming in. And even though there's a lot of money coming in, the line is still shifting. There's a big shift from 213 to 235. So that's a 22-cent juice move. Only 9% of the bets and 5% of the money is coming in on the Rockies. 91% and 95% of the money is coming in on the Red Sox. So usually what happens, I've said this in the past, where if there's a lot of money coming in and it's already heavily juiced, usually the public tends to buy back on the other side, making it move the line a little bit on the other way. But in this case, it's still going. So the public money is matching with the sharp money, and that's a good sign here. And it's not too crazy heavily juiced right here. But you can see Rockies have been struggling over here. OPS record. This is just a hit chart, but the OPS record is 16th for the Rockies compared to the 8th for the Red Sox in the last 7 games. So the hit chart right here, you can see it's a little bit more sporadic for the Rockies, and this is a little more solid right in the core right here with Jarren Duran, Abreu, Navarez, Rafaela, and Story. Anyway, there's a big significant difference. Like I said, 8th for the Red Sox, 16th for the Rockies. Now, the only questionable thing I don't like here is the starting pitcher for the Red Sox. You can see his name is Fitz, 0-3 overall, and then his ERA is not great, but it's still better than Gomber. Gomber's not good at all. 5.49 for Gomber. Fitz is 4.5. So he does have 22 strikeouts. This guy has 6 strikeouts, but this guy has played more ERA. Now the big thing is the hitting. Like I said, it's 8th for Red Sox, 16th for the Rockies. But then you also look at the bullpen. So as long as they can get past the starting pitcher, the bullpen kicks in, and then they got a much better ERA right here. They're ranked 8th compared to 26th for the Rockies. Okay, and then we have very big thing here too is the injuries. So Esquivel Tovar and Chris Bryant, they're both injured. They're not playing, and those are 2 power hitters for the Rockies. So that's going to make a big difference as well. Now the head-to-head trends, let's see, they're pretty straight up. 5-5 for the Rockies, 6-4 for the Red Sox. It's saying they do get a lot of over games for the Rockies. I don't care about that. This is a big one too here. Check this out. The Rockies, they're 25% in the last 39 games. That means they've only covered, or they've only won 25% of their games when they're on the road. So they're straight trash right now. They've been straight trash all season, but they're still trash. So compare that also with the ninth inning market. What that means is that the market expects the Red Sox to be leading after 8.5. So they're not even going to have to bet, and that's shown here with the odds being -160 for the ninth inning not to bet. Okay, I'm not going to get into it there. I've already talked about that a lot, but here we go. They're projected to get 11 hits compared to Rockies. They're projected to get 9 hits. Overall projections are 5.6 and compared to the 4.3. So that's the first one, guys. I'm going to go with the Red Sox straight up. I'm not going to try to play cute with the -1 or -1.5. I don't want to do that because of the pitching. Okay, if this guy was more solid, first of all, the odds would be much higher. But because this guy's not that solid, I'm going to go with just a money line straight up. I was able to get that. Let's see what I paid for this. I was able to get the juice down to, let me see, a -210. So I know it's heavy. I know it's a lot, but I'm not going to mess around and try to get better odds and then lose the bet. So I was able to get -210 on ProfitX, I believe, for the Red Sox. Okay. All right, they do have a 77% chance to win this game. All right, let's keep going. Blue Jays versus White Sox. So we have been fading the White Sox and the Rockies, so it's kind of one of those things where they just suck, and the White Sox are the second worst team compared to the Rockies. So here we go. Blue Jays, the only thing I really don't like right here is that the line did shift, but it's very, very, very light. It's a -182 to a -184. So it's very, very light. It's not a lot, especially if you consider that there's all this money is coming in, 86% of the bets, 96% of the money. So this is heavily, heavily favored as far as the public money for the Blue Jays. So why is this line kind of stuck right there at a -184? That line should be shifting a lot more. So that's my only little questionable thing. So be careful with that one. Okay, so here, look at this graph right here. This is just ridiculous. The Blue Jays, all this red means they're hot, and then the blue means they're cold. So look at the first 6 batters over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these 6 batters are extremely, extremely hot right now compared to these guys. They barely have even one guy, which is like pink. It's not even red. So anyways, ranked 5th. We've been hitting with the Blue Jays. Like I showed you the receipt. We hit with the Blue Jays yesterday. We hit with the Blue Jays the day before that. We hit with the Blue Jays 2 days before that. So they've hit for us 3 days in a row. And the reason is they're ranked 5th for OPS, and their pitching is somewhat decent. Actually, we haven't got to the pitching. That's the other team. But let me show you the pitching now. So there is a big difference here. Ranked 22nd compared to ranked 5th is a big deal. What's up, man? Good morning. So Blue Jays, again, great overall. What the hell is this? Hold on one second. Oh, the on-base percentage. It's just giving me more statistics over. That's just a little bit more confusing. But basically just gives me the same information I just told you, that it's a big difference. All right, now look at this. Berrios versus Burke. Now, Burke is decent, but he's not compared to Berrios. Berrios is a 3.64 ERA compared to a 4.03. And then the bullpen. So they're somewhat similar, but this guy is better. And then you got the bullpen. So the bullpen is better for the Blue Jays. Now, think about this, all right? Starting pitcher is somewhat even. You got the heavy bats compared to this pitching. So if they're somewhat decent and the bats are extremely good, and then the bullpen that comes in is much better on the Blue Jays side, okay? So let's see. Injury report. Okay, there's no injuries that are reported that are important. And then overall record is better for the Blue Jays as well. Over-unders look they're strong for Chicago. With that, sometimes what that means, not all the time, but that they have decent pitching. or they've been facing sorry teams. All right, check this out. 61%, or I should say 28%. So the White Sox are 6-15, 28% in the last 21 games as an underdog. That's a big, big deal. Again, you start adding this stuff up, okay? Because the books tell you all this stuff. It's just you have to learn how to read it. Basically, check this out. The pitching is better. The starting pitching is better. The bullpen is better. The bats are extremely better. The White Sox have only won 28% of their games as an underdog, which they're heavily underdog today. And then you look at the betting market for the 9th inning. It's saying that the White Sox are going to bat in the 9th. What that means is that they're projected to be losing the game. Overall, White Sox are only projected to get 7.5 hits. Compare that to the Blue Jays, they're supposed to get 9.5, 10 hits. All right. Overall win probability for the Blue Jays, 78%, 5.0 versus 4.1. So again, I'm not messing around here. I'm going to take the Blue Jays. I'm taking them straight up. You can see the Blue Jays have covered the spread. Look at the little green circles here. That means they've covered the spread. Not only are they winning games, but they're covering the -1.5 spread. So they've been very, very solid. Just like I told you, they're 5th in OPS right now, and they've been extremely good overall. So that's the 2 plays, guys. I'm taking them. And again, I'm sorry. There was one more thing. So if you look at Toronto versus Savali, well, this is not correct. Who the hell is Savali? Why is he in here? They're not playing Savali. Give me a second. Let me go back. I think I took a wrong screenshot. Burke. Okay. Anyway, I was going to show you the OPS for the Toronto Blue Jays versus the pitcher, but it seems like it's the wrong screenshot. So I apologize about that. But overall, I've already done the research. The White Sox should be losing this game. And again, guys, if you like that breakdown, it's right here. It's called the tools that we use. It's the Sharp Edge. Okay, and I did have 3 batter props. 2 of them are going to be given away later today. So the guy's already working on editing the video. So as soon as he's done with that, it's going to be posted right on the YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, go to the link in the description, or go to YouTube directly and type in B Sports Picks and make sure you subscribe over there. What are the plays? So I just gave them. I'll say them one more time. The plays I'm going with is I'm going to pay the juice. I've already put it in. I'm going to pay the juice for the Red Sox. So I took the Red Sox on the money line straight up, and then I took the Blue Jays on the money line straight up. So those are the 2 plays I'm giving away. Like I said, I have 2 batter props. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go to the link in the description. And if you haven't done so, make sure you get the free picks. That's also inside the description. So like I said yesterday, I did not create a video. And I just posted it. I said, I'm taking the Cubs, and I'm taking, who the hell was the other one? Let me see. The Tigers. Oh yeah, I said I'm taking the Tigers and the Cubs. So I put them together. I gave it away. I did not create a video. So if you were not subscribed to the free channel, you wouldn't have got that play. So what I'm trying to say here is make sure you subscribe. Also click like when you see the videos. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, let me know. I'll be on here for a few more, maybe about a minute. If I don't see any comments come in or questions, I'll be hopping off. But again, we're going with the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. Those are the 2 best plays that I have for today. All right. No new comments, no new things coming in. So I appreciate your time. Go back in the link in the description. Click on free picks. Also, make sure you check out the Sharp Edge. That's what's been making us win. Okay. Appreciate you all, man. Let's have a great day. Thank you. Thanks, Philip. Appreciate you all.